Jehovah by wisdom, the fine-tuning argument. The vast wisdom and understanding Jehovah God displayed in creating the universe is indeed profound. Proverbs 3:19. His works are manifold, all designed with infinite precision. Psalm 104:24. One way to explore them lies in what physicists call the fine-tuning of the universe. For example, the gravitational force G, describing how objects are attracted to one another, must be within a range of 1 part in 10 to the 60th power. If it were slightly stronger or weaker, the universe would not support complex life forms. This is like randomly selecting a particular atom out of all the atoms in the Milky Way galaxy. There are evidently at least a dozen other parameters, such as the strong and weak nuclear forces, the electromagnetic force, and the cosmological constant, which must each be set within a very narrow range, say 2 to 5%, along with the gravitational constant g, in order for the universe to support human life. If any of these values are not set correctly, our universe doesn't work for us. The obvious implication of this fine-tuning is that there is an omnipotent creator who very wisely designed the universe for a specific purpose, Romans 1:20, to support human life so he can reveal himself to us and through us. While this conclusion isn't scientific per se, since it isn't an experiment we can repeat, it is exceptionally strong circumstantial evidence, especially when considering similar arguments in origin of life research. That should be a slam dunk in any rational discussion of our existence. The reason this particular evidence is so strong is that there are only two basic alternatives here. Either the universe is designed by God or it isn't, in which case it happened randomly by mere chance. Since atheists typically reject the first option a priori, they try to explain how the apparent design of our universe could be the result of purely random processes. Since atheists can't rationally expect anyone to believe an entire universe, ours, exploded spontaneously out of nothing with all of these parameters randomly set perfectly correctly on the first go-around under such astronomically low odds, they ask us all to believe there must be an infinite number of universes randomly springing up spontaneously out of nothing. An infinite number of randomly generated universes is the only way to overcome the fine-tuning argument, to get a universe with all the right physical properties without a creator. But there is no scientific evidence of the existence of any other universe except our own, and it would appear that there never could be, by definition. There is also no scientific explanation for how any universe springs into existence ex nihilo, out of nothing, all on its own without an independent causal agent to create it. The very concept is inherently self-contradictory on a very basic level. So, the only way to evade the fine-tuning argument for an intelligent creator God appears to be to presume the existence of a mindless, inert machine, effectively a sort of God, randomly creating universes with no purpose or intent. In other words, we can believe in a living God or an inert, mindless one. Why would anyone cling to the baseless and unscientific concept of an inert, mindless God rather than trust in the living God? Perhaps it is an unwillingness to submit to the living God and honor him. Romans 1:21. I don't see any other reasonable way to account for such behavior.